Hey guys, welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. Today I'm going to do just some yoga, just some energetic movement. I am feeling so lazy. I've been lazy all morning and I need to get moving. So anything that's going to bring some energy to me today is what we're going to go for. Let's shoot for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's start at the top of our mat and we're going to roll heel to toe. So as I'm rolling heel to toe, I'm engaging up into my quad muscles. Take your hands to your belly and make sure you're engaging all the way up into the belly muscles as well. Now try to bend the knees a little bit and hold on top of the toes. Squeeze and lower. Let's do two more. Inner thighs working in and up. Abs working in, navel to spine. This time, hold, and I'll pedal the right heel down and lift the left heel even higher. Push the weight back into the hips, and then switch. Left heel down, right heel up. Push weight back into the hips. Both feet down. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale to a plank, hold and plank. I'm going to push forward from both toes, make sure the abs are in, and fingertip tap right to left. So a little bit more engagement through the upper body. Keep the rib cage closed. Now the hands are going to plant. Bend the knees. Put the heels together and push the knees wide, like a Frogger stance. I like to add a little movement in the low body here. You can shift the knees right to left. Now we're going to extend forward back into our plank. Knees in line with the hips. Inhale. Exhale as you pull the heels together, knees wide. Inhale forward. Alternate. Palm up, fingertips reaching towards the sky. So don't lose the abdominals here. Keep pushing into the toes. Keep the quads nice and strong. We're going to hold one palm up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale as you fall to heels, hips high, palm open your inside plank. Stay there. You can take some big sweeping circles with the top arm. And then on this last circle, we're going to bring it back to plank. Lower the knees. Or keep the knees up for your chaturanga if you would like. Inhale through cobra and exhale to a downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step or hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to a fold. Inhale, roll it up, palms lift. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reach the palms down. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale through your chaturanga. Feel free to lower the knees. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to a downward facing dog. Now, heels in, toes out, bend the knees again. You're coming to your Frogger, pressing back, Frogger, holding forward. Add a little jacks from the feet. Stay light on the toes. So don't let the upper body move around. My lats are engaged. My shoulders are out of my ears. Stay really strong through the core. 3, 2, wide stance. Right hand reaches to the left toes. Lock into the planted arm. So this left palm, I'm pushing, I'm lengthening the arm, I'm locking into the side body. I'm not losing my downward dog form. And then we're going to extend forward to switch. Now the left hand reaches to right toes. My arm is nice and long. My palm is working down. Everything is nice and strong through the core. Back to our normal stance. Let's bring the knees down. Heels up. My heels are outside the hip line. I'm going to bring them in towards midline, lift them up, and put them back outside the hip line. So I'm getting that nice rotation femur into the hip joint. Now the whole time I'm doing this, I'm keeping the abs active. I'm using my hamstrings to curl my heels up. The legs are working, the core is working. Press through the palms. 2 and 1. Now feet are in line with the hips, and I'm going to step it back to a downward facing dog. Knees can cross midline. Hold the rib cage closed. Line the feet up with the hips. Tuck the ribs in. Slight bend at the elbow and extend. So I want to make sure I'm sliding directly toward my thumb for a lat push-up. I'm not adding any bend through the ribs or the spine. Everything is in and tight, and I'm sliding in one straight line towards the thumb. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. Now roll forward to plank. Lengthen your plank out. This time the left palm reaches forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open it up to our plank. And then you can take some big sweeping circles across body. Let's go for 2 and 1. Left palm comes down. Bend the knees. You're going to explode forward into a wide straddle. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to a fold. Take cross elbow. Keep the big toes planted. You can take a little sway through the upper body. Now we're going to shift over to the right side. Both toes are facing the right direction, and my feet are in line with the hips. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, bend into the right leg a little bit and float the palms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through the back body. Add a little movement, a little hinge at the hip. Try not to lose your back leg, your back heel. Keep lifting from the back of the kneecap. 2, 1. And now we're going to bend the back knee. Bring palms up overhead. So my right knee is in line with the heel, my back knee is bent. No stress on the low back. Interlace the fingers if you'd like. Take it to a deeper lift. Keep holding for 3. Get the left knee nice and heavy. 2 and 1. Frame the top leg. So my right foot is planted. My fingertips are going around it for a frame. Left heel's kicking up. I'm straight in a stand split. Length from pushing into the bottom leg. Length from kicking up through the top heel. Hoi. Keep squeezing. Lifting. Find your glute muscles. And exhale, bring it to a Shiva squat. So my top shin is going to my bottom calf. Inhale as you extend up. Exhale as you bring it to a Shiva squat. Let's go for 3 more. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. 2 and 1. Now we're going to hold in the Shiva squat. Bring one hand to heart or both. Keep holding. Keep breathing. And then let's release it. Back to the pyramid stance. This time we're lowering the back knee, lifting the right toes. Take a nice little fold and half Hanuman. Release the front leg. I always like moving my foot around. You can find some circling. Get a nice stretch through the ankle. And then we're going to shift back forward onto that right foot. The right palm is going to plant and the left hand is going to come back. So to stay balanced here, I want to make sure that my knee stays close to my shoulder. I'm hugging the hips in and I'm lifting energetically through my core, through my torso. Now this left elbow, I'm going to connect the hand to the back of the head and exhale the elbow to a crunch. Inhale and open for an open twist. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. And open it up to the front of the room. So I'm just going to walk my hands forward, toes forward, releasing the hips. Find a figure 8, whatever you need there. And then hands to the top of the mat, step it through plank, lower chaturanga, inhale cobra, and back to a downward facing dog. Walk the knees, find the shoulders, find the fingertips, find the core. And now we'll bend the knees, step or hop up, inhale, flat back, exhale, fold, inhale, take it up, palms reach toward the sky, exhale, right away to a fold, inhale to flat, exhale through your chaturanga, abs in, inhale, cobra, and exhale to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then we're going to step the feet into a wide stance. So you can either step it up, or if you're floating, make sure you're pushing hips over shoulders and then landing wide. Now I'm going to the left side. I'm just going to adjust myself so that you can still see me. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust so I'm staying on my mat space. Feet in line with the hips, lengthen through the spine. You can find a nice fold here. Keep both toes facing that left side, both heels in line with the toes, and both sitting bones working back. One more breath. Try to get the forehead closer to the shin. And then we're going to press into the front leg, bend the back knee. Inhale as we roll it up, palms lift up and overhead. So make sure you're adjusted. This front knee is in line with the heel. This back leg is heavy and hanging. I'm not losing my core or my hips though. Keep squeezing. If you would like, interlace the fingers. It helps to interlace to find more space, more stretch. All the front of this hip is extending. Keep breathing. Maybe sink it down a little bit lower. And then on the exhale, we're going to release the hands to frame the left foot. And now that the weight is down on this left foot, I can float the right toes high. So remember, energetically working down, energetically lifting up and away. Hold your stand split. Use your core muscles. Use your lat muscles to bring the head closer to the shin. And then we're going to exhale, bring it down to a Shiva squat. Foot goes behind the bottom leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Keep the weight working into the left foot. This time we're holding our Shiva squat. See if you can float one hand or both to the heart. Oh, I almost tumbled over there. 3, 2. Now fingertips are going to frame. Step the right leg back, bend, hold it there. So when you bring the hands up off the mat, you got to lift up energetically and hold with the core. Now reach fingertip to fingertip. This time we're going to roll the shoulders open and roll the shoulders closed. Feel the mobility across the shoulder line. Go for 2 and 1. Hi. Now extend it back to the pyramid. Take a quick breath there, and then we'll bring the back knee down for half Hanuman. So half Hanuman, knee goes down, and the front leg is going to extend. You can work through the front foot. And then we'll shift back forward into your lunge stance, left palm is down. So remember, to keep stable, my palm is on the inside of my foot, my knee is close to my shoulder, and then I can keep all that connected, lift up into my hips, lift up into my core, and I can open up my top arm here. Hand goes behind the head. On the exhale, you round, you squeeze toward midline. On the inhale, you lift and expand. Exhale to round, inhale to lift. Let's go 2 more breaths. This time we're holding at the top, releasing the hand down. Let's shift it into quadruped. So that front foot, my left foot, I'm gonna walk it back and then all the way to quadruped. Cat-cow the spine, but this is an active cat-cow with some breath work. So we're gonna inhale, open, and then strong exhale, squeeze and crunch. Inhale, open, exhale, crunch. 3 more. Use your breath here. Try to dig deeper into the abdominals. Last one. Exhale, empty it out. Keep the core in, tuck it straight to plank. Push from the toes. So I want you to get the shoulders actually over the wrist a little bit and challenge the mobility across the hip line. So all my fingertips are working down. They're all gripping into the mat. My arms are strong, my abs are in, my quads are active, and I'm trying to get my shoulders a little bit over the wrist just to challenge the strength there. 2 and 1. Now extend it back to a downward facing dog, and you can walk the hips out. We'll bend the knees, step or hop to the top. I'm going to stay hips distance. You're going to inhale, bring the palms up, and exhale out the mouth, all the way down. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay at the top. Hands reach, hips back. Hold your chair and float your toes. I almost toppled over there again. I have been so lazy today. Push the heels down, squeeze and hug your hips in. Find your glute muscles. Find the traction of the hamstring to the heels. Try to sink it a little bit lower. Squeeze, hands to your heart. Now push the toes down. You're going to take a step wide and a step back to center. So now we're closing off from midline. We're not going to hips distance. We're going all the way to center. If you want to stay here with this pace, do this. If you want to move on, you take it to a little jacks. Just getting the heart rate up for a moment. 3, 2, hips distance again. Palms up overhead. We're going to exhale, left elbow to right knee. Press the palms to open the heart. Option to gaze up. And then you can extend the fingertips. Inhale, don't come out of chair. Just bring the hands to your heart. Take a little heel tap forward. You're extending away from the knee joints. So what you're doing here is working the quads, working around the knee joint, getting all the muscles active so that we learn to pull up and away from our knees. 1 more, back in chair, palms up. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Press through the palms, open up the heart, maybe gaze up. You can open up the fingertips. And then we're going to come all the way to stand this time. Exhale to a fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale through plank and hold plank. Press through the toes, open the heart. Distribute the weight through the whole body. 3, 2, and knees down. Child's pose. Bring the forehead to the palms. Take a little breather there. Unrolling the spine. Feel free to keep going. Feel free to add on. Feel free to stay in child's pose. It was just a little bit of quick movement to get myself warmed up and awake. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you'd like some specific videos. I'm always happy to make them for you. Okay, bye-bye.